Thank you all for joining us. It's good to have you. Gary, just on the market volatility, another crazy day here. We've seen SPAC heavy redemptions. We've seen deals get canceled. Why did you guys decide to go through with this?
So, Sarah, thanks very much for having us. We're excited to be here. We've got a lot of great things to talk about. So when Cliff and I went out and decided to raise a SPAC a little bit over a year ago, we made one major commitment to our shareholders. We told them that we would go out and find a real business. We spent the last year plus looking at numerous opportunities. And we're really excited to be here talking to you today about Allwyn. As you said, Allwyn is a leading multinational lottery player. What does that mean? It means that Allwyn has over 16 billion euros of wagers on its platform. It has over 5,000 employees. It has over 64,000 points of sale. And we're expected to earn over $800 million, of EBITDA in 2022. This is a real business. It's in the lottery business. They run lotteries in 5 countries. They've got an amazing brand. There's huge barriers to entry. And this business has been growing not only in the retail establishment, but Allwyn has built it in the digital platform as well. There's enormous expansion opportunities. This is a real business and something that Cliff and I are very excited about.
All right. So, Robert, tell us about why you decided to go this route and go public via SPAC and not a traditional IPO, especially with all the noise around SPACs and some of investors shunning them lately.
Thank you for having me, and it's an exciting day for Allwyn, an exciting opportunity for us as a leading multinational lottery operator. And the reason we have evaluated actually several options, and still going together with Gary and Cliff, seems to us as a great and compelling opportunity. First of all, going public means access to capital, and we can build on our successful track record of inorganic growth, which we've demonstrated over the past 10 years. And secondly, U.S. lottery market is poised for growth due to the iLottery adoption, and this is something that we've demonstrated so well in 5 European markets, which Gary mentioned. So, and having a sponsor, a patron, so to speak, which could, help us to explore the partnerships in this new U.S. market is, in our view, very important.
I totally get, Cliff, I totally get the point that Gary mentioned, that there are huge barriers to entry. But at the same time, are there not quite binary hurdles to overcome for growth, namely winning concessions and having to apply to them as opposed to having it all in your own control?
Thank you for that question. We've done a lot of diligence on this, and the company operates with exclusive licenses in almost all of its jurisdictions, has a 100% track record of renewing those licenses. So this business is very, very resilient and very, very strong. And what's happening now in Europe, and it's quite dramatic, is the business is really accelerating because of the growth of the digital lottery. In the past, patrons bought tickets at gas stations and convenience stores and coffee shops. That's still very much the case. But in the last 3 or 4 years, they have established a new generation of younger players who are buying their lottery tickets online using their smartphones. And this is really super accelerating the growth because we know who the client is. We can make offers to them. It's obviously a more profitable venture because we're saving commissions at the dealers. And importantly, it's just really supercharging the growth of the business. So we're seeing very, very strong organic growth in Europe on top of the strong growth we had in the retail presence. And as Robert said, the real opportunity is moving ahead. The company is going public in New York because it's really going to become a global player. Right now, we're the only player in 5 countries in Europe, but we really have an eye to coming to the States, where it's a huge market, very immature in terms of iLottery, and big opportunities ahead for Allwyn.